Welcome to the Baritone Basement. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Nathan.
And firstly, let's just make a little side note about the conditions we're recording in.
Yeah, sure, all right. Well, first of all, we're in a white Magna.
As usual.
As usual, yes, that's right.
But the more important condition is that it's actually raining outside.
Yeah.
We're in a garage, but if you do hear a slight hiss in the background, it's rain.
Yeah.
It's not poor microphone quality, because we have a good microphone.
It's Mother Nature moistening the roof of the garage.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
The topic we're talking today about is walking at the same speed as somebody else. Now, this can be particularly awkward when you're walking along a path, and in the distance you see another path which intersects with your path. Are you following me?
Intersects?
Yes.
Intersects.
Yes.
Right.
So, and you see another person on the other path, the same distance away from the aperture as you.
Good word.
Okay.
Good word. Solid word.
And they're walking at the same speed as you. So you know that you're going to collide. And you're going to be on the same path together, walking at the same speed. And I just find this really awkward. Like, it happened to me the other day. Because you don't want to be walking along a small path next to someone you don't know, at the same speed.
No, you don't.
One of you has to go forward.
It's like suddenly you've become a little ensemble. Suddenly you're walking together.
Yeah, exactly. And yet you're not sharing a conversation. You're just minding your own business.
That's it. It's like when you're walking with someone and you think you're going to go your separate ways, and you say to them, "See you later," but then you find that you both go the same direction.
It sort of is. That's similarly
And then
awkward.
you're sort of just like, should I just start talking to you again, or should I just ignore you because we've said goodbye, even though you're still right there?
Pretend you're not. I've had a situation where I've said goodbye to someone, walked to the tram stop, okay, got on the tram, and then when I get on the tram, I've realised that they've got on a different tram stop, and we're both on the same tram. And you know what I did? I just ignored them. I pretended not to see them the whole time.
You can't acknowledge their existence. Because you've already said "see you later."
It's actually a really awkward situation. But
it's really awkward.
Back to the other awkward situation.
That's right. The same footpath thing,
exactly.
the merging path.
So one of you has to sort of speed up a bit, and one of you has to drop back a bit. Really, because you can't just be walking together.
But how do you decide that?
Yeah, well, I always want to be the one that speeds up.
You're just all right, I'm just going to walk a little bit quicker here, so I get in front.
So you sort of do like a power walk sort of thing.
So it's a lot like when you're driving a car, really, isn't it? It's like when you're behind someone and the speed limit's 110, but they're doing like 109, and you've got the cruise control set. And so you're just really slowly, just creeping right up behind them. And you think, all right, well, I better overtake them. You go to overtake them. And you sort of just sit next to them on the freeway for about 10 minutes while your car overtakes them at 1 kilometre an hour.
Exactly.
It's awkward because you sort of keep looking over at each other like, are you going to let me pass or what?
I know. And often when I'm in the situation of the car being overtaken, I'll speed up a little.
Yeah, that's right. You just think...
Oh,
don't
crap.
you dare overtake me. I'm going 109.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly jump up a few Ks.
And so you're sitting there next to each other just going at the same speed.
Yeah. And so then if you're the one overtaking and you get stuck in this little sort of position where like he and the other person ends up speeding up, you have to speed. You actually have to like go over the limit by like 10 Ks an hour to get out of the situation.
Exactly.
You get stuck there.
It's a terrible situation.
It's really bad.
But similar to cruise control, when I'm walking, I often listen to music, right? And I find myself locking onto the beat of the music and just consistently walking to the beat. So I don't want to have to slow down, to back off to let this guy pass.
I can see that. See that. We're rhythmic people.
We are.
If you've got it coming in your ear, your body tends to just
can't
go
help
with
it.
Yeah, but it's like when you're walking and there's a footpath with the little lines in it.
Yeah,
you can't walk on the line.
I never walk on the lines when I'm focused.
That's right. You have to, and then sometimes you end up making little compromises, and you just decide, well, I'm going to take a slightly smaller step here, so that I'll make it over the next line without having to touch it.
I do exactly the same thing.
And then
I can't believe that.
And then you think to yourself, oh God, I hope that guy over there is not watching me because he's going to see me doing this weird little skippy thing to try and avoid the lines.
Like a few leaps every so often as well. Like I leap a whole block.
Yeah, you just think, oh, I better jump this one.
Yeah.
So you just...
Have you ever had a path where your stepping is exactly in phase with the cracks in the pavement?
And you're just like, oh, this is just fantastic.
Yeah.
This is made for me. It's made for my leg length.
Yeah, exactly. It's customised. But back to the other situation again, right?
Yeah.
What this guy did was, the situation I was in, the guy actually crossed across the road so that we weren't actually walking together on the same path. We were actually walking parallel to each other across the road, and that's nowhere near as awkward.
It's not. In fact, you can look over and see them there, but you don't feel weird about it.
Yeah.
At all.
He did the move. He did the trick, which released us from the awkward situation.
Yeah. So he made the move.
He did the save.
So what other saves are there?
Well, I know. I think awkward people in general need other people with them that are savers. So they can rectify situations when they go wrong.
So I guess the question is, are you a saver?
Or are you an awkwarder?
Good note to finish on, I think.
I agree. See you later.